Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Widgets and Wonders. This is my show about great products from small companies. Now today we got a new carrying case slash backpack from Orks Workshop in Russia. And this is a sort of like all-in-one storage solution and transport for your gaming stuff. And it's very much in the sort of like old guard of like pluck foam, so you can customize it to carry pretty much whatever miniatures you want. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in it yet, but it's really versatile for going to like a convention, or if I have to fly on a plane with my model, something like that. And I feel like it's a good candidate for like maybe just carry on or taking something to a location for a event. So I feel like if it's something I want to, whatever I want to store in there, it should be something I want to travel with, or even maybe a couple things I could travel with. Like you could fit like a 40K army in it, or like a couple small games. So like maybe if I go to Adepticon, this could be my carrying case, make it easy to carry around, easy to store. So let's take a look at the case itself, the actual trays that go into it, and figure out what I'm gonna put inside. So here we go, the backpack carrying case from Orks Workshop. It is, oh geez, probably I have tape measures. I could probably just measure, but about 18 inches tall by, I'd say that's 7 inches by a foot, so 12. So it'll fit inside carry-on luggage for sure. It's got a carrying compartment on the side that is magnetically sealed. A lot of this is done with magnets actually. So you've got a pad inside, like a magnet and a magnet to touch, so no physical snaps or anything like that. This big lid, same thing, magnets built on the inside that grab down here, and then another pouch on the other side. So something to carry dice, carry tape measures, and then this guy here to carry your books. Now, the big question is, for those of you who play 40K, does it carry all the books you need? Well, this guy right here is gonna pretty much fill it up. Your codex, if you're playing Space Marines, will fit along with whatever your supplement codex is, I suppose. And then I guess you could fit in the Grand Tournament guy. This is the 2021, obviously there's a new one coming out, but that'll fit in. So lots of room for that. If you need the core rules for 40K, I mean, you probably haven't played 40K very much. I doubt you'd need them. And this little guy replaces all the mission stuff in it anyway for most people playing. So I think that's plenty of room. It'll easily fit your Infinity rulebooks, Malifaux rulebooks, any other tournament style rulebooks you'd be wanting to carry around. So it's got plenty of room for your pop culture games or your other games. There's a front loader here too for your measuring tapes or whatever you want, a secondary thing. If you got to put in cards or dry erase markers or whatever, those will fit inside. And then it flat opens across the back. It's got a no chest strap. This is like a key strap, I think, for putting your keys on. And then two expandable backpack loops. And top loading handle. This whole thing opens up. It does not have a rigid exterior frame or a rigid back frame. This is all flexible. And then it comes loaded with 7 trays worth of foam. So there's 2 ways you can use foam like this. Well, it depends on the models you're putting in. If I'm sticking plastic models in this, I'd probably use it as is and lay the models down. It has 1 centimeter pluck foam. So you see, you pull these guys out, they just rip out, and it's been pre-perforated to allow you to lay stuff in it. So if you were to put in a single Space Marine, I think 6 of these probably have to come out, and then have that sucker lay down. So here's an intercessor. I'll throw in Shibuya, there you go. And you could fit, if I'm counting right, 1, 2, 3, 4 across, but then you're wasting 2. So depending on your sizes, probably 5 across, which means you're probably only getting, I guess you could do them like this as well, and maybe get more. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with like a tall guy, and then you could do them 1, 2 with some wide guys. So 12 per small tray-ish. And that's your squad plus a couple characters, you know what I mean? So like you're looking for a squad per thing. So with 3 of these, that's 30 Marines plus 6 characters. So 36 guys. And that's laying down. Then you've got, and you'll notice the bases are just right, but you're gonna have some pressure on those, a little teeny bit. Now the other way of doing these is you go grab yourself some duct tape and you sandwich them, and you make them stand up and do lids. And you have them open like this. And this is the way I used to do my Infinity miniatures, because then they're standing up in the bag, and you basically use 2 trays for every one, or if you want to go even taller, use the short trays to cover the big trays like this. and sandwich them, but you can have guys stand up. So that's another option. Your capacity is going to be slightly different because you're going to have standing as opposed to laying down miniatures. But these are all pretty good size for that. Now for these, this is probably about the right size to have a standing marine in it. So if I pull out 4 of you, let's see how that goes. Because obviously the Space Marine, and this sounds stupid, but the Space Marine is the generic sizer for all things wargaming. Because if it'll fit a Space Marine, it'll fit most things. So there you go. You can get a standing marine in that with no problems, and actually no touch either. So as long as he's not carrying a back banner or have some stupid fiddly crap on his backpack, it should fit standing up just fine. And I'm not too fussed about these that I feel like I'm wasting it pulling these out right now. So, and to do it that way, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and a bit of extra room. So that's probably not the most efficient use of space, but if you gotta put a heavy weapon or something in, that might actually be useful. So 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a wasted bit. So 15, doing them standing on the big thick ones. And then last but not least, you got your vehicle-ish size ones. So this could be for bikes or dreadnoughts or whatever. And this could be for like your big tanks. Now, I don't know if my repulsor will fit in it. My repulsor has all kinds of goofy, stupid turrets, but like maybe if I take the turret off, I can't remember if I glued it down or not. It'll fit in here. But I'm feeling like I want to put my Marines in this. Kind of want to clear that shelf off. They've got less fiddly crap on them than my Stormcast do. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try and fit my Marines in here. Let's see if it works. All right, so there we go. Half an hour of plucking and pulling out foam later, and we've got an army in here. So I managed to fit my entire Ultramarines army minus my Space Marine heroes in this one backpack. And there's a little bit of room left over for the stuff I haven't painted and like some odds and ends. So like my Apothecary sitting in here, that's a whole 10-man Assault Intercessor squad. Half my Reavers and my other Intercessor squad. Rest of the Reavers and Intercessor squad. I used shapes that kind of maximize the way the foam went. My Outriders, and then my Blade Guard Veterans and my Psyker in there. Rest of my characters, along with my Ironclad and my, what are they called? Inceptors? Inceptors, yeah, I think. And then, of course, over here is my heavy Intercessors, my Eradicators, one of my Captains, one of my Lieutenants, and then the last thing, and I was right, it was just slightly too tall, so I just used some of the spare foam to pad it out. My repulsor tank. And there's even room here for Guilliman. So there's enough room to pull that out, and I can put Guilliman in there as well. So lots of room, fills nicely. I mean, this is way over 2,000 points probably of Ultramarines sitting in a single case, which means that if I want to go to an event with these guys, it's ready to rock and roll. I've already shown that I can fit my Grand Tournament roster plus my codexes and stuff in here as well. If I wasn't just going to use the app, I'd probably just use the app today. And then let's see how this guy fills up. So there it is now. Cranked closed. Yeah, no problem. And that's it. Nice and light. There's all the foam that came out of it. So that's the leftover foam that came ripping out of this thing. There's that much left over. So I'll save that for some other project. And I got room for my dice. I got room to throw my books in here. So let's say I want to put in you, Mr. Codex. Pile of dice. One of my sweet GMG measuring gauges. And my Grand Tournament stuff. And there's still, if I wanted to put the rulebook in, actually, I'm pretty sure it would actually fit. Yeah, there we go. The whole thing goes. Does it blend? Yes, it blends. And there we have it. The backpack, it's a bit side heavy right now from all those rule books, but backpack carrying case from Orks Workshop. So you got another great product from a small company. Now, if you know of a product that deserves more attention, you can have them email me at guerrillaminiaturegames@gmail.com or Facebook message me at facebook.com/outofthebasement into the streets, and I'll put it in front of as many people as possible. Big thanks for watching. We'll see you for more widgets and wonders. Till then, I'm Ash. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.